Hi there everyone, it's Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com or Scrappy and Happy on Instagram, and I am here with a crafty video share. I spotted Christian's Crafty Adventures YouTube challenge earlier this week, which was to use a 6x6 paper pad and your stamps and create handmade embellishments. So I had a cute little doodle bug paper pad that I found back in my stash that I've had for a really long time that was ready to be bashed out and made something with. And I think it was a quarter of the way full. So this is all I have left from that paper pad now, which I probably could still make a few things with. I put it to the side. I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that, or maybe just use it for collaging or something else. And I think I made about 47 embellishments. Now we were only allowed to use stamps and that paper pad, and we could color in the stamped images or anything like that, but we couldn't use anything else. So there's a few embellishments that might not count for the challenge because I used crepe paper rosettes because I didn't know what else to do with the decoration piece, but these are all the things that I made. So I used Stamping Bella stamps, and I used greeting farm stamps and my Cricut to do the die cutting. And let's get started and show you what I created. So here's a whole little pedestal bowl that I like to fill all my embellishments in as I create them. And it basically is has overfilled tonight. So I made these little circles with this matching little circle that's stitched, and I pop dotted them up, and I just had them as circles, and I had these left over after I started creating with my stash, and I had no idea what to use with them. So I think I made about 4 of these. So Christian, these might not count for your challenge because I did use the crepe paper, but I thought I would start with those anyways because that is something that I made with the stash. So I made these little cluster pendants, and I have another one here. And here's a ticket. And another ticket. And here's a pennant, so that's Little Greeting Farm. This tree I just fell in love with, and I was inspired to craft with this, or cut this out based on the little image that was on one of the pattern papers. I don't know where it is at the moment, but they had a little tree very similar to this in the pattern paper on the front of the package. And this is just a Martha Stewart butterfly punch. This is one of the ones I made at the end. I thought this would go on nicely on some sort of a card. So the cloud and the flower colored the image. I use Artist Loft felt markers from Michaels. They kind of look like Copics. They're not the best quality, but they work. I do really like their skin color, so that's what this image was colored with. Here's another tree. Now this is actually the tree. They had a tree like this on the top front of the paper pack, so that was what was inspired for that. So little pennant, and after watching Christiane's crafty video where she used Nuvo dots, I bought a bottle of those and tried them for the first time with these embellishments, and I really like the look of it. If you don't want to have enamel dots, I just bought a color that is kind of neutral. So some of these are the same, but my thought process is I'm going to make some cards with these. I'm really low with my stash of birthday cards or thank you cards, so I'm going to make that. There's another one. This one I used a little die. It's pretty simple. It's just a cloud with the word hello. And here's another one of these little cards. And these are Amy R. stamps, sentiment stamps. I think happy birthday from CC Designs. I do believe it's a discontinued set, but I don't know. this pandemic is really teaching me to just look in my stash and use what I have to create things rather than shopping. And I've never been so crafty before and really just looked at all my stuff with new eyes. So it was really fun to participate in this challenge, Christian. So heart, sun, flower. It is pop dotted for dimension. The page flag. Here's another pennant. This heart and the bird. I liked the little dimension with the Google and the little tweet. So this could be used for pretty much any type of card. Here's another pennant. And another pennant. And a cloud and a sun and a sentiment. Another one. I just think that little doll stamp is so adorable. A flower and a heart. Here's another one here. So as you can see, I have multiples of the same ones. I just found that easier when I was cutting out with my Cricut machine on the 6x6 paper pad. And in the spirit of all things Christian, I did some coffee cups. So here's some here. I think there were 6 of these, with just different coffee cup liners on the outside. And here's another cloud with a hello. And I could maybe even use some of this stuff to make it into a cluster. But I kind of needed a break, and I've kind of lost craft. Oh, look at this. I found something else that I could add a little more detail. So there's another one of that style. Or maybe I just made these like this with the idea of doing something else like a sentiment after thinking of you or hello. Here's another pennant. She was fun to color. I really like this stamp, and I have 4 of those. And this little butterfly is a Martha Stewart butterfly. So that's all. Whoops, that's all the same. So as I said, I think I counted, and I have about 47 embellishments. If you're counting along with me, you could confirm that down in the video. So I'm going to have lots of things to either send in pocket letters, or I might actually package some of these up to give away as maybe racks or as part of a pocket letter. I don't know. I haven't really decided. And I am going to use some to turn them into birthday cards because I have so many of them now. And Mother's Day is coming up, so maybe I could make some Mother's Day's card with these too. So I'm really happy with this. Thank you, Christian, for posting this challenge. I was really inspired, and I love that I bashed some of my stash. I have one less 6x6 paper pad, and I have all these beautiful embellishments now to create crafty projects. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode of Let's Get Crafty, and we'll see you next time. Bye!